Ragiroth.
How's it going, everybody? Ragiroth here. Whew, been a hot minute since I've done a Devil May Cry 5 video, at least that one wasn't a reaction video. I apologize for that. I just really haven't had much room to talk about the game lately. I feel like the news has been kind of scarce since we got a gameplay of V. We have got a couple, I guess, new previews of the game. I actually haven't really watched it because I'm trying not to spoil myself in the game because I feel like we've seen so much already. However, I did see what people have been saying about it. And something caught my eye that not many people have kind of brought up, at least I haven't seen many people bring up. It's the names of two of the bosses that haven't really, I think, gotten much exposure yet that recently have. The one boss, like, we've seen it in kind of, I think we've seen it since like maybe the first trailer. It's kind of like this, kind of a skeletal thing. It doesn't really have like a normal human shape to it. It definitely looks very alien-esque. And it shoots like all these laser beams and stuff, things like that. And apparently its name is Artemis. And there's another four-legged boss that I actually can't really remember where I've seen it. It must have probably shown up, but I didn't think much of it. And it's called Gilgamesh. Now, for those that have been kind of fans of the Devil May Cry for a while, might kind of notice these names. Or remember these names, I should say. Artemis is the name of a gun from Devil May Cry 3. It was kind of like the demon kind of laser gun. It was kind of, I guess, the replacement for, I guess, the Nightmare Beta gun in that game. And you got it from like beating those trials and kind of putting all like the, I think like the spheres and the thing, and then the Artemis blows up the one door, and then if you put all the trials in, you actually get Artemis as a gun. That was actually one of my favorite weapons from Devil May Cry 3. And then Gilgamesh was actually just in Devil May Cry 4. It was basically, I guess, the gauntlet of the game, or gauntlets of the game for Dante. It's interesting that these bosses share the names of these, because usually in some games, well, in Devil May Cry 3 at least, generally all the bosses in Devil May Cry 3 at least, most of the bosses that you got weapons from, the weapons shared the same name as the boss. So that makes me wonder if this is kind of the demon forms of Gilgamesh and Artemis. I know it would probably work more with Gilgamesh because Gilgamesh is a devil arm, and I know weirdly you got Gilgamesh from being like, what, in Echidna? Who didn't even share the same name, but Devil May Cry 4 was kind of rushed, so that might not have even been how it was supposed to be originally. But anyway, so perhaps Dante, at least if Dante beats the boss, maybe he gets Gilgamesh back from this. Now, admittedly, that would be kind of lame because we kind of already have gauntlets in the game in the form of Balrog. And I would say, and I think many others would kind of agree, that Balrog's moveset is much better than Gilgamesh's, if he does get anything from it. I think the two possibilities are, kind of when he gets it in this, it kind of morphs into a different kind of weapon, like it maybe has that same kind of look to it, like that kind of metal with like kind of those red kind of energy streaks to it. But it's like a completely different weapon, not gauntlets or anything like that. Or maybe kind of a lamer but still decent possibility is he gets Gilgamesh back and they're kind of an alternate skin for Balrog, kind of how Cavalier is the alternate skin in the deluxe version. I would actually be not that mad about this because while I like Balrog's moveset better, I think I kind of prefer how Gilgamesh looks, because it's like I'm kind of tired of, just another set of flame gauntlets. Gilgamesh definitely looks a bit cooler to me, even though I still kind of like Beowulf the most, design-wise. So it wouldn't be the worst thing, and it's probably, I guess, a more realistic expectation. So then Artemis. Well, the funny thing is with Artemis, like, I mean, it kind of shoots all these lasers and stuff, just like, and it's very energy-based, just like the gun. So I could definitely see Artemis, being obtained by Dante in this by beating him, or beating it, whatever. Now, admittedly, Artemis wasn't a devil arm; it was just a gun, so there is that. However, I mean, you did get Pandora's box from beating, I think, Baal, that frog thing, which had even less of a connection to it. So, I mean, I think it would definitely make sense to get Artemis from this. And I mean, I would honestly love that, because I think Artemis was one of my favorite weapons, at least guns, from Devil May Cry 3. And we haven't really had kind of, I guess, a demonic energy-based weapon since, I think, Devil May Cry 3. Because Devil May Cry 4, Devil May Cry 4, we had Pandora's box, which was awesome. I wouldn't mind if that came back. But like, it would be great to have Artemis back, especially because I mean we're getting Cerberus back in the game. We're getting Kalina Ann back, even though it's a new version of it, it's still Kalina Ann. So I don't think it's that crazy to think we could get Artemis back as well. So I could definitely see, when Dante beats this boss, assuming he fights it, you get Artemis. Maybe it looks a bit different. Maybe it looks more like how this boss looks, as opposed to kind of how it looked in Devil May Cry 3. Now I don't really know how it became a demon. That's a whole other story. I'm just kind of talking about, what if there's a correlation between the boss and the weapon from Devil May Cry 3. Now Gilgamesh, I haven't really looked at it as much. I know it's four-legged, and I guess the Gilgamesh weapon is kind of four, I guess, parts to it. I guess five if you want to count the mask. But it's kind of both the gauntlets and the two greaves. So I mean, crazier things have happened. I would definitely prefer to get, if I had to choose between two, I mean, Artemis would be the more exciting one. Unless, like I said, Gilgamesh kind of turns into a different weapon, but it has kind of a similar, I guess, pattern or design to it. But yeah, I think that's about it for this video. I thought it was just kind of a neat observation that I haven't seen many other people talk about, surprisingly. I mean, maybe no one really cares. I'm the only person that really cares about this. I just thought it was kind of cool. I guess let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Do you think it's just kind of a coincidence that these bosses are named after past weapons, or do you think at least Dante will actually get these weapons back in some form after he beats these bosses, assuming he does get to fight them at some point? Because I know V actually does get to fight Cavalier, and I think Cavalier is actually on a horse when you fight him, as opposed to him just kind of being like walking around, running around on his own. Let me know what you guys think. Thank you so much for checking out this video. We're actually less than a month from Devil May Cry 5. It's pretty awesome. Oh, and by the way, this was me playing through the PS4 version of the Devil May Cry 5 demo. I got to play the Xbox One demo. Hope you enjoyed. I'd like to say I did much better this time. I got way more of a hand on the game. But I think I definitely had more fun playing it. It just feels... The Xbox One demo was fine. It just feels like more right playing Devil May Cry on a PS4 controller. And I really like the punchline arm, which wasn't available in the Xbox One exclusive demo. And don't forget to check out my friend Mark Yoon in the description below. And as I always say, another time, another place. Keep being awesome.